Hey guys, my name is Ryan Currington, and today we're going to be talking about some of the major pros and cons that we experience through mediated communication. So, for starters, I'm going to start with pros. One major pro that tends to affect a lot of people is the less restrictions that we have when using mediated communication. This class being one major example. We could all be scattered across Texas, across the United States, but we are all attending this class together, and it's a way that we can share information with people we may have not gotten the opportunity to see face to face. And it's a great learning experience getting to hear from people that you may not get to see every day. And this class is just a great example of how effective something like an online class can be and how beneficial it can be. Another pro is you can achieve real-time communication. Personally, I just finished my first year of college, and moving away from my hometown, I was super nervous to not get to see some of my hometown friends that I grew up with my whole life every day, and was nervous about losing connection and not being able to keep up with them. But luckily, with the use of social media and texting and FaceTime, it gives us a great opportunity to be able to connect with them on day to day and keep up with their everyday lives and see their Instagram posts. And it's almost like we're there with them, which is something amazing and is something I am extremely grateful for in this time of newness and time away from home. So, another pro is the endless opportunities. We all got to experience quite a bit of this during the time of COVID over these past couple years. Zoom being a huge contributing factor to this, um, as it was a major use of communication for people who were displaced from work, people who couldn't see family that was either sick or just lived further away. And I mean, we were all quarantined and stuck at home, and there really wasn't much else we could do besides begin communicating so heavily through the media and through FaceTime and through Zoom. This was something that I think really sparked the massive growth of the use of mediated communication. And this is definitely where it took off quite a bit because there was no other way for us to do it. Personal communication wasn't an option, and this was a great time for something like this to take off and was definitely very beneficial in a time of need. So, as far as the cons go, we all are very aware that you don't get much privacy on the internet, and um, that once you post something, it can be easily traced back to you. And once you put something out there, it cannot be taken back. This also goes for the irreversible con, kind of a two for one. So, also, anything you post online can be accessed by anyone, whether that be future employers, your grandparents, and this is just something that can be extremely detrimental to your future, which is extremely unfortunate that something can so far behind you can be ultimately traced back to you and can prevent you from seeking opportunities that you could have despite the lack of privacy online. So, another huge factor is how much it limits personal interactions. So, with this, many people online, they use this username, they hide behind the screen, and a lot of people find the social media a place to take out their hate on other people because they're behind a screen and because they think no one can ever trace it back to them, and that it's not them saying it, it's the username on the screen, which is totally unacceptable and something that happens every day, which is extremely upsetting. And um, also, another way it limits personal interactions is things such as Tinder or dating apps, where people are using this as more of a form of meeting people instead of face to face, which this can also often pose as a major threat to safety or um, limiting personal interactions. And it's causing this new generation to not be as confident in meeting new people in person and speaking with new people outside of their screen. So I am extremely excited and looking forward to hearing more about your thoughts on these pros and cons of mediated communication. Thank you.